The medieval fortress that served as a watchtower stands in Stari Grad, the former town of Greek colonists. Seldom found in Dalmatia, apple trees alternate with olive trees here in Jelsa, covering the hills above the settlement. The colored ceramic pot on which the oldest depiction of a boat in Europe can be seen was found in Grabcheva cave near Jelsa. The port of the city is well protected from the wind, with the exception of the Bora, but the depth of its waters is only 1.5 to 3 meters, so it's unable to receive larger boats. The director of the island's telegraph office started to send weather data to Vienna 3 times a day in 1856. There's been no fog or temperature below 0 Celsius in the past 150 years. The highest point of Hvar is 604 meters. The plateau is covered with lavender, grape, and olive tree plantations, while pine, boxwood, juniper, and cypresses are volunteer plants. The island provides 1/4 of Dalmatia's olive oil and even 500 hectoliters of wine yearly. Hvar can be approached from Split by ferry or catamaran. The island has borne several names during its history: Faros, Paros, Faria, but each refers to the lighthouse. Currently, 14 towers help the orientation of sailors. Hvar is a popular target of sailors. Its ports welcome travelers with comfortable accommodations, a wide range of services, and intimate restaurants. As a convalescent hospital, it's primarily visited by those suffering from respiratory diseases and asthma. Croatia has several climatic convalescent hospitals on the mainland, as well as on the islands, which reveal another aspect of tourism. The region of special beauty of Hvar is the plateau with its cooler climate running from Sveta Nedelja to Jelsa, the major part of which is covered with pine woods. The olive trees growing on the hills make up 1/4 of all the olive trees in Dalmatia. At the turn of the 19th and 20th century, the famous Croatian painter Jurje Plančić, who later died in Paris, lived in this city. His memorial exhibition can be seen on the Skor Square in the Blanchini Palace. The other houses of the square, the Galineo, the Bucic, the Bervaldi, the Maciedo, and the Piliteo, are also protected monuments. The daily tidal phenomenon is caused by the gravitation of the moon. When the pull of the sun and moon are aligned, vore tide occurs. If they're at 90 degrees, neap tide can be experienced. The characteristic of the Adriatic is that the fluctuation between low and high tide is very small, just 37 centimeters in the southern region, 40 in the middle Adriatic, and 70 in the north. The Adriatic doesn't have larger, constant currents either. The continental animal life of the Croatian seashore is not too varied, but the sea life is all the more so. Schools of sardines, mostly known from cans, and mackerels swim around, but also countless squid, crabs, lobsters, oysters, and mussels can be observed in the crystal clear water. Corals bed in the deeps of the Adriatic, and though in increasingly smaller numbers, sponge divers are also at work. Those diving further out can even meet dolphins. The smaller-bodied sharks living in the Adriatic, according to experts, are not harmful to people. Though the news of some shark attack creates excitement each summer, this can rather be ascribed to the press, suffering from a lack of news. We can become acquainted with fish not only in a living status, but also in the fish restaurants of ports. The so-called blue fish, including tuna, trupiks, locarda, sardine, and anchovies, called girice, are cheaper, while white fish such as lubin, komarcha, barbunia, and mole are more tasty, but also more expensive. Linja, bobonica, and sipa are popular because they're boneless, while the cat shark and the resina shark are considered exotic. Fish are best roasted on charcoal embers. They're usually served with parsley potatoes or French fries, according to the wishes of the foreigner, but lemon slices and freshly baked bread always accompany them. Local wine is the perfect accompaniment to fish, as well as the wine coolers called spritz that was taken from German. The name of the wine mixed with tap water in a Croatian manner is bivanda.